Hi, welcome back to Peppermint Juju, and I am your Saturday host. And I know this video is yet again late, but we went away Friday night. We went away Friday morning to go visit my fiance's family, so I wasn't able to make the video before leaving, and came back yesterday night, and I was tired, and I'm still tired. Yeah, didn't have much sleep, so allergies are going haywire right now. But anyways, this week's topic is talking about dark magic. And I have to say, for me, I do not consider magic light or dark. The magic in and of itself is not good or bad. It is, for me, my way of thinking, the intention behind the magic, which determines whether that magic is good or bad. Yeah, people do cast malevolent spells to harm others, to seek retribution on others and things like that. Yes, people do cast spells to heal and to aid and things like that, but it's your intention behind the spell. Any spell you cast has consequences, whether they be good consequences or bad consequences, but there is some sort of effect behind the spell you cast, whether someone is harmed or not. You could do a spell that is, or could be considered a beneficial spell. Your intent was beneficial, but some kind of harm could be caused in the process. You know, that's why whenever I rarely do spells, but when I do, I usually add on, and it harm none, you know, so mote it be, or as I will it, it harm none, something like that. Trying to basically like a safety net, you know, so that if, by what I'm asking to come about, if it means someone else being hurt in the process, then I have that safety net added in that won't allow, basically it pretty much not allow the spell to work if it's going to harm someone. At least for me, that's how I feel in the casting of it, so on the fruition of it. Yeah, I don't really see magic in and of itself as bad or good. Now, shadow magic, for me, shadow magic is more dealing with your inner workings, you delving deep into yourself and working out internal struggles, turmoils, bad habits, things that might have happened to you in your life that you've repressed, like abuse, or, you know, what do you call them? You know, bad habits that is really like really bad. Addictions, or, you know, things like that. I have never done shadow work. I do want to do shadow work. I'm actually interested in learning about it. So I'm actually thinking about getting next month sometime, maybe 13 moons, in the shadow of 13 moons, I think it's called, something like that. And the book by Raven Digitalis called, I think it's called Shadow Work, Shadow Magic Compendium. I try now not to draw conclusions about paths that I'm really not familiar with, or about, you know, any topic that I'm not familiar with. I've heard people say good and bad things about shadow work. I've heard people say good and bad things about what is considered dark magic. I've heard certain forms classified as dark magic, like Santeria and voodoo and things like that. But I personally do not ascribe to the idea of a dark magic or white magic. I did at one point when I first started my practice, when I first started learning about Wicca and paganism and witchcraft and things like that. I did. In fact, one of the first books I ever bought was called, I think it was called White Magic or something like that. I don't remember who wrote it. It was like years ago. I bought it like when I was 19, I think. Maybe 20. I think I started really studying this path at 20. And yeah, back then I did think or consider things to be white magic and dark magic or black magic. You know, you do a spell to help heal someone or to protect someone, that would be white magic. If you do hexes or curses or things like that, it'll be dark magic. I do not have a problem myself with people doing curses and hexes, mainly if it's for protection's sake, or you know, someone who did an egregious harm, things like that. Me, I wouldn't do those. I would not cast those kind of spells. Maybe that's because I haven't been put in a position yet in my life where I feel it is necessary for me to do so. I'm trying to remember if I ever did a binding spell. Might have been one person in my life that I actually felt needed binding, but if I did it, I really can't remember if I did it or not. It would have been, I would have been about 20 or so if I did it, and I really stayed cleared of spells back then. I think I only did like a handful at that point, and that was mainly to protect my family. You know, like they were flying at high alert time or whatever. But I still really don't practice spell work much. But that has more to do with, I feel that there's a lot I need to learn about it. I don't feel far enough advanced to really practice it regularly. When there's a need, when I feel there's a need and I feel called to do one, I do it. But I'm still learning things that I feel I skipped over when I first started practicing, learning about everything. So yeah, basically, yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, I do believe in shadow work, and from what I know of it, I feel that shadow work can be very beneficial to a person. There are certain demons in all of us that we all need to work out. Sometimes those demons we just hide in a closet somewhere and hope that it never breaks out and surfaces and sees the light of day, but it can. And I feel the more that it is kept locked up, the stronger it gets. And then when it busts out, it is havoc. So, pretty much that's my thought on dark magic. And I think that's pretty much it. You know, what I also want to add is I see things as like yin and yang. One can't exist. One cannot exist without the other. I do feel you need your shadow side, as well as, I guess I'm going to call it, your light side. These things make you up. These things make up your practice. These things make up and influence your magic. So basically, everything I feel needs to be kept in balance. So I do feel that it is important to explore your shadow side. I do feel it is important to do shadow work and to delve deep within yourself. Because we are not strong, we're not whole, and we're not complete unless these two sides are in balance. So I think that's it. That's all I really have to say. And I just realized I've been chewing gum this whole time. That is so rude of me, and I'm sorry. And I would do this video over again if I had time, but my lunch break is ending in like a couple of minutes. So I'm sorry. I hope you can pardon the rudeness of me chewing gum during this video, but Thanks for watching, and blessed be.